There's tough final tables, and then there's Event 6 at the 2024 Poker Masters. 2-time Super High Roller Bowl champ Isaac Haxton. 5-time bracelet winner Nick Schulman. 2022 Poker Masters champ Sean Winter. And points leader Jim Collopy in his 4th straight final table. Find a soft spot. I dare you.
Welcome back to Las Vegas once again. This is the Event 6 final table of the 2024 Poker Masters. And Jeff said it already, we have one of the toughest lineups that you could ever assemble here at a tournament final table. The buy-in today is $15,000. We'll take you inside the PokerGO Studio to have some fun with this one, as Donnie Peters and myself, Remko Rinkema, will bring you a 1-hour preview of the action. Jeff Platt and Maria Ho are on the call on PokerGo.com. They will cover the entire final table exclusively for our subscribers. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and please join them later today. Here's a look at the race for the jacket. Jim Collopy on top, 295 points. Jeremy Becker in second, Justin Zaki, Jonathan Little, and David Chen. But only one of those players is at this final table. It is Mr. Jim Collopy at his 4th straight final table. Last night he joked, "What do you guys do at night when you're here?" Because he, of course, is always in a tournament. Jeremy Becker on his 3rd cash, also close to the top of the standings. So in whatever order Collopy and Becker will finish today, that'll have a large impact on the overall standings. Isaac Haxton, the 2023 PGT Player of the Year, wearing his trademark gray shirt with the roses. Of course, the final table shirt has to come out since he holds the chip lead. He was dominant last night, sitting on 3 million chips. Dylan Linde soared at the end of the night, while Nick Schulman, after an epic bluff with pocket aces, is our short stack with just 450K. The final 7 are guaranteed $50,000, and the winner will ultimately get $352,000 to take home. Thank you all so much for being with us. Let's get those cards in the air. Donnie, we had a fun night of poker last night. Nick Schulman, ultimately not really rewarded for his epic play.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know, that big bluff was incredible, of course, but things kind of went the opposite direction from there on out. I mean, what are you going to do? Thankfully, though, if you're Schulman, you've made it to today. You've advanced to the final table, and anything can happen now, right? You can spin it up, of course. He's still got 9 bigs to work with, so not completely out of it yet.
If you haven't seen the hand that I just brought up where he bluffed with aces, go to our YouTube channel. We have the clip on there, so you can check it out.
All in.
Right off the bat, Schulman all in. A7 good enough with those 9 bigs out of the cutoff.
I guess it's only up to Jeremy Becker here to do something, as Sean Winter will definitely not get involved with 5 deuce.
Interesting chip formation he's working with there.
What a start. I'm not going 350 or any of that. Old school, baby.
Old school, all of them in the middle.
Donnie, Sean Winter, you just mentioned his name, has a fun way of stacking chips. Please enlighten us on the shenanigans that he was involved in late last night.
I'm not even sure I can do it justice, to be honest. I mean, it's best described as if you took an alien from another planet, transported them here to Earth, and put them in a poker tournament. That is what Sean Winter is. He is an alien.
Do you think about coming
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
I think about it sometimes. Have you been to that private room?
No, I haven't.
It's off like high limit Baccarat.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, sort of cool back there. It has a real like Asian like feel.
Yeah.
Feels like a junket room.
A junket room.
I mean, it sort of is.
Right.
Nick Schulman, of course, referring to Macau, the famous junket room poker games that really boomed probably from, I'd say, roughly 07 until 2012.
All in.
And Schulman all in here with ace-9 suited.
No gamble, no future has been declared.
There's
Ali.
another tournament today,
No
so.
gamble, no future has been declared. Ali.
Like you said, you haven't played cash since having a kid for whatever reason, as if having the kid wasn't enough of a reason.
575. Hang on. Yeah, 575.
All right, Linde with a real hand in the big blind.
For
Pocket
some
eights.
reason, I haven't.
Do you have pocket eights?
I do.
Okay.
Was he holding Sean's football?
Yeah.
Flippity
The
flip,
Oracle
let's go.
football?
Is that the Oracle football?
That's how he has his great reads. Yeah.
All right, so Schulman in a pure flip here on the second hand at his final table. Can Schulman make a comeback? That is the question, as Linde is a slight favorite with pocket eights. And we see Jack 7, 3, 2 diamonds.
Card we could see.
Schulman with a real sweat here. Donnie, a
You would
10
go
for good
from
measure.
Plenty of outs for
48%
Schulman.
clinch.
Wow. The turn is the 8 of diamonds.
It's all right.
Ridiculous.
What a card.
And Linde now with some outs of his own.
Nice playing with you.
Oh boy.
Sean, what's next?
I don't think he knows. I think now he believes it's fair. Just.
Oh man. Oh no. Sorry.
Well, you really kind of touched it. You gave it a little. Good luck, guys.
Oh!
Sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't the 3. Spite.
Full house on the river for Linde after Schulman made his flush on the turn. Schulman takes home 50K, and he'll hop straight into event number 7, which is also a 15K buy-in, and we are down to 6 players. Becker and Collopy probably happy to just ladder up on the points as well. That was gross.
Schulman taking it in stride, though, left with a smile. It looked like he'll hop into this next 15K. He's up to 90 points now overall.
Oh man.
Oh, that's how it be sometimes. And Linde, of course, all smiles after that one. Shout out to those hanging out in the chat with us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We got Deke back in the house. Appreciate it, as always. Linde, by the way, now on 2.9 million. Him and Haxton virtually tied for the lead. Donnie, as far as the point jumps at today's table, how do those impact the race between Becker and Collopy?
If Collopy can finish ahead of Becker, he'll maintain the lead
Like half a cream in it.
in the Poker Masters leaderboard race. That's for the purple jacket, 25K
Sure.
PGT passport bonus, and then also the NAPT gold pass. If Becker
You could swap
finishes
it for
ahead of
Nick's lucky
Collopy, it'll depend where. I think he'll just need to finish ahead, period, and then he'll be able to
Yeah, he did make a flush.
flip the leaderboard at the top.
Flush.
Of course, it does also matter what happens with other players at the table. For example, if Collopy and Becker were to go out as the next 2 players, and someone like a Dylan Linde or a Sean Winter, who already have a lot of points, I think they have a little bit over 100 each. If they then go on to win, they could take the top spot. So still a lot of scenarios that could play out in terms of the leaderboard race. Of course, if you are Jim Collopy or Jeremy Becker, if you are able to go on to victory in this event, it's going to set you up
Oh, I forgot
for
about him.
an incredible position entering the final 15K and then that 25K finale. Because if you can really add these 353 points to your total that is already almost at 300, you are certainly going to be the favorite to win the purple jacket.
What is it?
And an
His accent.
I tried to get first in that
Like
one.
a mix.
Yeah.
Linde here, limpy in the small, Collopy attacking
Yeah.
from the big.
The red vine that. Switching to D for W, that's not Jamaican.
What's up?
The Jamaican accent is like half German.
Right near the beach.
It's back.
Linde makes the call, and we have a pot over 400,000 between these two. Here we go. Second and third in chips to start the day. Favorable flop for Collopy.
Is Collopy very much concerned about the
like Ben
sort of
Pollard could be an
ICM that he has head-to-head versus Becker?
He does just look famous. I
Doesn't
agree
he?
with that.
I mean, in terms of the jacket, do you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
why?
if he can just finish ahead of him and outlast him, he's going to increase his lead.
Yeah, I mean,
That, like boss look.
to some
Maybe it's
degree,
just-
I would
maybe
say,
because I know.
and I don't know this for sure, I'm just guessing on what I've known from Collopy, is I think he's going to always play to maximize his
Guy taught me
EV
everything I
in
know.
the tournament, because at the end of the day, while the leaderboard prize is great and incredible, of course, $350,000 versus
Did you figure
doing
did
what you can
find
to
it?
win a 25K bonus and a
Yep.
10K NAPT gold pass. You know, the 350K I think is going to be front of mind for Collopy.
Sun was rising.
Sean was saying yesterday how Ben Pellerin really
like
inspired
Deuces
him.
Cracked or Lego
I don't think he's
Poker
ever
or
made a
something.
video. I was like, are you thinking of sauce? I think he did.
That's hilarious. I'm sure he's thinking of sauce.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
I'll bet
Immediately it seems
20K.
like yes, but
It went from
It
a
was a
million to
million.
20K. Who else?
He's BTTX 86.
It's all relative.
I think it was other name.
I asked him for $1 million. I asked him for 20.
So does Haxton, does he just go home and like immediately send the shirt to the laundry room?
I mean, he must have it ready. Like,
Because I mean, it's or does he have like 6 of them?
That's also- I
he's
mean,
at every final table.
He said
Is it
And there's a
actually-
short turnaround time.
is it actually a brand shirt?
Did you make training videos?
I
at some
couldn't tell
point?
you.
I have no idea.
I think we looked it up once before. I believe we did.
All right.
I don't know why I doubted Sean. I nearly lost $1 million, Sean. Sean wanted to bet me $1 million that you made videos for Lego Poker, and I
Not
I
Lego,
didn't.
just in general.
Did Lego merge with Deuces Cracked?
Might have.
It's all right. We can call the main event free roll off.
All in?
Zobian shoving with ace 5.
Or not, it was Card Runners
Started the day
developed
with
literally
9.
like the first DFS product. I thought Card Runners had a fantasy football like before DraftKings or FanDuel like became a thing.
I mean,
They were like early adopters, like MySpace, like ahead of like.
Who's shipping?
oh, it was I thought DraftKings.
5, 2, 1.
I think you'll be better.
Trying to think, they had some sports product before DraftKings or like FanDuel were like ubiquitous leaders.
What do you start today with?
Thank you very much. Can I get a 15 back?
03, baby?
Oh, so you're still shipping.
Thank you very much. Can I get
Yeah,
a
I
iced
had, like,
tea
2
in
points.
glass? Yeah. Lemon would be good, but no.
Got a
honey.
slice more.
Sugar. Thank you.
Slice of pizza more.
Other than 2 points out.
Yeah.
If you're just tuned in on YouTube, please don't
we're
forget
about
to
the
hit that
same,
like
right?
button. Let's get us up to 100 likes here on today's video.
6 slices.
We're on an hour
Whatever it
delay.
is, it's fine.
Action is live inside the PokerGO Studio. Event number 7 is on tap for tonight. Donnie and I will have our bonus coverage. It's going to be a longer show tonight because we are starting a little earlier, going live at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So it'll be a
25.
nice bit of bonus coverage to determine who makes the final table of the penultimate event. Sean Winter here picks up 9s. His run last night was truly miraculous, down to 2.1 big blinds at one point. And now, Jeremy Becker with ace-king of diamonds next to act. Huge spot here. Winter the short stack with the pocket pair.
425?
And Becker makes it 425.
I feel like these guys are just having fun with the sizes at this point. I mean, you know, it's like
Action folding back around to Winter. Wow, Sean Winter folds 9s. Donnie, you come
you
with the
don't have
4.5x open
10s.
to then let it go.
Folded the chop.
I mean, I don't think I'm getting away from 9s there.
That is- Does he just not even want the flip? Because it's often going to be one. Does he think he can outplay?
Yeah, I mean, it might not be one as often as you think in that spot specifically because it's Winter off the short stack and then Becker the second shortest stack at the time as the 3-better.
Let us know in the chat what you think about that fold by Sean Winter after committing a large chunk of his stack.
Gotta love the solvers. They just give you everything.
3-bet from Collopy, attacking in position on Linde. Winter finds a pair in the big blind. Very short now is Winter after he made that fold with the 9s. He's also going to put those 6s in the muck.
Well, Jeff, I believe this is grip and rip it.
All right. Linde willing to play a 3-bet pot out of position with the 7-6 suited.
Yeah, probably thinks he's obviously very live and getting a good price. All diamonds there, though. Not really matching up with his suits.
Collopy with the mystery cards. Donnie, let's do some range assessing here for Collopy. What would he 3-bet pre that he doesn't continue on this flop with?
Kings, queens, maybe jacks. Could have an ace without a diamond, could have an ace with a diamond.
Linde with the bare gut shot draw. Not a whole lot to go on for him.
What's the clapping for?
I have no idea.
We're safe, man. Jim's like infinite chip leader.
I think they're talking about side bets potentially.
I don't know why he always calls me Sean Deeb.
I think he called you Sean Winter.
Check, check once again. 5 pairs the board on the turn.
Got way less poker bracelets than Sean Deeb. I don't deserve to be put in that category.
Well, Lindy's left with 7 high, so if he wants anything
Yeah.
to happen in this hand, he needs to go bet at it.
You know, I wrestled Sean Deeb one time.
I did not know.
It was 14 years ago. That guy's athletic.
380.
Seriously.
380.
And there it is, Linde leading out.
Bet 380.
You would think you could just take him down, but he holds his own.
I'm more interested in this wrestling conversation than the hand at play.
I'm more interested in what Collopy has.
Hmm? Who have you?
I hope they tell him to show
I don't know.
the reader.
It's been a couple times we haven't seen Collopy specifically his
There's
hands.
got to be some drunk shenanigans. Probably Dan Smith. I'm sure at some point. Like, I can recall. Come on.
Well, Collopy
Dan's
motionless,
gone too wild.
signaling that he's still considering a raise. If you're just considering calling, you're usually a bit more relaxed, maybe talking through it. So if we're just going off of body language, I think Collopy is still going through all the options.
You don't have a fragile mind. You have a tough mind.
Collopy also burning some clock here.
Like chess.
I think he's going to raise. That's just what it feels like. He seems so
Good.
focused.
Pick a
He's
size.
top 6,000
I'm gonna
or
go
7,000 in the world, which is
700.
How many poker players do you think there are?
That looks like he's about to push in almost all of it.
How many
That's more than
poker
700,
players
that's
there
for
are?
sure.
How many chess players do you think there are?
I thought he was going to go small. And Linde lets it go immediately. The question now is, are we going to see the cards?
At least. I mean, I'm
Wow.
better than people who don't play. I'm a lot worse.
I don't know how to play. I know sort of. I've never played.
So Collopy with the mystery cards,
I don't even know what the first play is.
taking it down. Well done, sir. Chipping up nicely.
How many hands?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
If you're on YouTube with us, don't forget to like this
You
video.
really want Jim to be massive chip leader.
We have bonus coverage again.
Collopy showed ace 5 of spades, full house.
Oh, wow. Ace 5 of spades for Collopy. I missed that. Well done by Jim. Trying to get some extra value here as Schulman, with all the swag in the world, walks into the studio earlier today. There's Aram Zobian, Sean Winter, probably listening to some meditative podcast, and Isaac Haxton right behind him. There's Mr. America, Jim Collopy, and Dylan Linde, the kind of guy you would love to go camping with. Jeremy Becker.
We shooting dice?
Ready to roll the dice here at this final table. Here we are back inside the PokerGO Studio. 2 events left after this one, a 15K and a 25K. The jacket up for grabs. It is Collopy's to lose right now, especially looking at these chip counts.
115.
Wait, let's meet in the middle.
I'm going 2.3.
2.3.
Zobian makes it 115 with 7s. Haxton on the button. Queen jack off. That goes in the mug. Oh wow. This could get fun. And I'm not talking about the hand. I'm talking about the table talk.
10 seconds.
How much did you start with, kid?
1 million, kid.
1 million?
Yeah.
Kid.
Kid. These are grown men, Donnie.
Hey, look at Winter.
He's
He's looked at his hands 7 times already. I have a,
285.
I was gonna say,
2.65x.
I have a feeling he's gonna raise non all in because it's Winter. And this is
285.
what he does.
2.65x, Donnie. He announced it.
I got it.
Let's try to be exact.
285?
Yeah, 2.65x.
The amount of slight trolling that happens in tournaments like these is just phenomenal. Atmosphere has been amazing. These guys are just having some banter along with the fact that they're playing for tons of money. Action back on Zobian. Who's playing their 7s better? That's the question.
We're gonna find out. Maybe they play them the same, and they just get it all in.
He does move all in. I'm just waiting for him to say something.
See
Not sure
Haxton
what I
just shaking his
expected
head.
to come
Like,
over, but I guess that makes the most sense.
All right, 7s versus 7s. Can we get a sweat? Ace,
No flush.
6, king, no flush, no sweat, and they'll chop this one up.
Why do you have 6s?
All right, so blinds up on the final table, the 30K, 60K, with a 60K big blind ante. Collopy and Haxton now tied for the lead.
That was
Linde.
weird. It didn't look like the winner. It didn't look like the loser, and I was just like puzzled.
Your cards?
Yes.
Right in the middle.
I've never seen that before, actually.
You said meet in the middle, so.
We did.
Yeah, we met in the middle.
Donnie, they're almost too friendly. They don't want to bust each other. They just want to have fun.
we can have some fun.
$120.
Right. 120.
Haxton in there. He's still the chip leader, but Very close now between him and Collopy.
And Linde finds a better ace here with ace-queen offsuit. Given stack sizes in ICM and considerations along those lines, how do we approach things here with ace-queen? Are we still often 3-betting? Are we calling a larger percentage of the time because of those dynamics?
Yeah, I think with how short Winter is, the approach here by Linde to just call and play it post is preferred by Linde. Haxton flops best though, 7-6-6. It's going to be, it's interesting that there's a stack at the table that's as short as Winter's is, okay? It's going to be even more interesting because it's Sean Winter specifically, and he is just, I don't know, so flexible when he's got like no chips. I mean, we saw it yesterday, he had like one big blind and somehow maneuvered his way still to this final table. I mean, no one can maneuver a short stack like Sean Winter. No one.
Hey, can I do that salt and ivy omelet? No dip.
Linde makes the call with ace-queen high. Seems almost a standard these days, Donnie, for players to check call at least one street, especially when the bets aren't that big yet.
Neck and neck with the guy that was talking about playing a $240
Yeah, small continuation bet there from Haxton. He could just be continuation
Becker,
betting at a high frequency.
He said it was rake free, and I'm like, all right, that's
Lindy's
a good
got
deal.
a pretty good hand that he can come along with. Haxton always deliberate. Just gonna size it up here.
How much of Linde's thinking in spots like this has to do with the fact that he basically under-reps the strength of his hand, while at the same time, you know, giving Haxton a chance to bet at it twice?
I mean, at that point, I think Linde's just trying to get to a showdown. Like you just don't want to increase your risk so much against a stack that can bust you, ruin your position here when you have a stack like Sean Winter there. So once Haxton comes again on the turn, Linde's just got to be done with it.
Here's a look at Octopi Poker. It's your path to poker mastery. Scan the QR code on your screen for a fun, social, and affordable way to learn poker. Join the growing Octopi tribe at octopipoker.ai and use promo code MASTERY to get a discount on both their monthly and annual plan. So use promo code MASTERY at checkout.
I was told that promo ends Thursday.
Oh, that's in 2 days.
So act now.
No one opposes?
Sean Winter running back.
I don't have opinion.
I would appreciate the same treatment, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got it the other day, so I assume.
Your hand is technically dead,
wait for
but
him.
we waited for you.
Probably raise folding anyways. Better for you, right?
I hope he raise folds.
Is it dead? Let's just. I'll play fair. I'll play fair. I had a push, but. Oh.
Becker here, King 9 on the button, not good enough. I mean, you're folds to you on the button, you might think, okay, King 9, maybe I'll come in for a raise. Then you see,
I would think you probably
I got
want me to
Linde,
get at risk.
I got Collopy. They got bigger stacks. They've shown aggression so far at this final table. Maybe I won't just dive into the belly of the beast. and I'll just lock it up a little bit.
I guess
I'm saying you would have avoided it because, you know.
I'm moving on.
Then he completes action on Collopy in the big.
Limp pot, ace, jack, 7. 180K out there.
So may I order food? Have,
60K and a quick fold from Collopy.
One time, I kept a player's hand alive because I was like, oh, we don't have to kill his hand. It was Iftari.
Yeah.
It was right on the bubble, one of these 10s. Then, right after I open, he 3-bets. I 4-bet, he 5-bet all in with a hand like ace-6 suited against my kings. And I created this spot. I kept him there. And then he just fucked me up.
yeah, I was at a final table in Jacksonville one time. It's like some main event final table, and there's 8 left.
That's a fuck up.
And this guy gets crippled to be all in dark in the small blind. And I'm chip leader. I have like 100 bigs, whatever, 120 bigs. And I call him. He was walking out of the casino, like he's like 100 feet away, and I yell for him to come back. I'm like, you still have chips. So he comes back, doubles through me, then knocks me out in 8. He went from half a blind to busting me in 8. I went from chip leader to 8.
Is this the beginning of like the Sean Winter like spin up from 3 big blinds lore? Like
Maybe. No.
you saw the power of the half a big blind stack.
My best spin up ever was when I was 13. Never forget that story.
Please tell it.
The tournament in question, $1,500 main event
Was that before or after
in Jacksonville, 2012. Sean Winter finished 8th for $9,000. Mark Steven Edwards won the tournament for $100K.
What? Traveling Carnival. What's
I should have stayed in the bathroom.
Why? Huh? What are you talking about?
Becker makes it 120. Zobian defends his big blind. We see King 9-3, 2 clubs roll off. Zobian checks. Action back on Becker. Any concerns, Donnie, there with defending ace-4 off in the big blind, given Zobian's stack size? You know, there's not a whole lot you can hit that will make you feel that great, especially versus Becker, who's not going to be super light.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still connect with an ace. Some sort of low cards, you know, a 4, like, I don't know, 4, 5, 7, etc. Feel somewhat comfortable there. Also, just getting a really good price out of the big blind.
Action folds the Collopy on the button. King 8 offsuit. That seems to me like a raising candidate.
Yep. Could be good enough here for Jim. And he's in there.
How much do you have, Jim?
I think I started with like 2-8.
Haxton calls out of the big blind with a suited 9-5. This could get a little fun. 7-6-5 with a couple of clubs. Collopy's open-ended. Bottom pair for Haxton. Haxton might be contemplating a lead, but against a button open who has a little bit of a wider range than obviously earlier positions, Collopy can connect with this one as well. Check, check. Hello, 5. Trips now for Ike.
Bad news just walked in, Donnie.
I had 7 of them yesterday. Maybe 6, I think.
PokerGO president Maury Escadani just walked in with a giant tray of homemade cookies by his wife.
2
Kathy.
trays, by the way.
2 trays.
Yeah, 2 trays.
Usually a mix of chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, and every now and then we get snickerdoodle, which I'm a huge fan of.
500.
Overbet here from Haxton. Collopy with a little bit of a smile. Look at him. He's like, you know, dang it. Now I can't continue. Now I can't try and drill this straight. He knows. Look at him. He knows. Like, really, buddy? Really? You're just gonna get greedy and deny all my equity at the same time? I mean, come on. Isaac Haxton, 9th on Poker's all-time money list, just shy of $50 million in earnings. Remko mentioned at the top of the show. 2023 PGT POY, looking to go back-to-back in that sense. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do it, though, because Jeremy Osmus is hot.
I mean, speaking of hot, Jim Collopy is surging on the overall standings. If you were to put a pin in it right now, Donnie, from which player onwards do you think they are safe for the top 40, which of course would qualify them for the $1 million free roll?
I'll say
380.
Nick Schulman onwards. And Schulman is currently 22nd or 23rd with 1,147 points.
So which ones are just outside that spot that are currently playing the Masters? Anyone that is looking to surge right now?
Chris Hunican, Big Hunies, been in some events. So it's him. Ren Lin, currently 35th, 893. Jonathan Little, 884. Sean Winter is currently sitting just outside the top 40. He's in 41st, but he's obviously has yet to add the point total from this event, so he'll move into the top 40 once this one results. Top 40 is important, of course, because top 40 qualifies for the season-ending PGT Championship $1 million free roll, $500K first place prize in that event. Aram Zobian, 29, out of Cranston, Rhode Island. He's sitting pretty. 7th place currently on the PGT leaderboard. The 2024 U.S. Poker Open champion.
I'd probably flash.
Whoa.
And it was your card, too.
The 8 of diamonds, specifically.
If I have a jack, I'm going all in.
That's about right.
King Queen off for Linde. He's going to get in there with a raise, of course. Folds over to Winter. Ace, Jack off.
$180.
Min for 3-bet.
He can still fold, Donnie. He's got chips behind.
Still have pocket eights, huh? All in.
Linde jams.
And here goes Winter committing his chips. Ace-Jack versus King-Queen. Winter ahead. He has been unkillable.
No, I have a jack, buddy.
Is he going to
He
hold up
wasn't
right
going
now?
for the diamond draw, too.
No, he had the omen.
Red.
I want to remind everyone, Sean said if I
just
had
justice.
Jack, I'm going all in.
Well, I mean, yeah.
As soon as the 8 got flipped up.
That's really why I couldn't fold.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the flop. Jack 4-6, and the Jack comes in for the man who reads the deck better than no other. Oh man, Linde looking for a king or a queen, and another Jack
Safe
on the
turn.
turn to seal it.
Did you flip that 8 of diamonds over?
Oh man, Sean Winter.
It should be 320.
He's just going to get to heads-up play and never have more than 1 million chips. Ever.
Fold the heads up, Donnie. The Ren Lin
But
style.
he's not really folding. Like, he folds, and then he gets it in. But because he has folded for so long, he has no chips when he doubles. And then it's just rinse, repeat.
All right, so still 6-handed here. We have about 20 minutes left on our free preview on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in. Jeff Platt and Maria Ho are on the commentary on PokerGo.com, so don't miss out
King, queen,
on their coverage.
Yeah, I'm maniac.
Offsuit.
I thought you were going to fold. I don't know how you were ever ahead there, especially when an 8 was blocked.
Ace Jack for Zobian, good enough to raise.
8 was blocked.
Oh, and 8.
Yeah. That means I just have Jacks blocked. The one combo king queen off, I randomized to put in.
Raise and take it for Zobian. You gotta show it, right? You gotta show it.
If you shoved, I don't even know. I don't think I can win if you shove, so I guess screw.
Trust what you studied, man.
4.5x and full.
PokerCoaching.com.
Replay here at the
That's right.
misdeal. That's what resulted in Winter receiving the Jack that got him the double up, Donnie.
What was it? The Jacks? I mean, I don't know what the second card was.
I think it was the Jack, the second card. Only in Sean Winter's world. You called the Haxton win last night when there was like 18 left.
I mean, it seemed like the obvious choice with the way things were going. Haxton could do no wrong. Okay.
Going over to event number 7, 15K buy-in just got started inside the studio. Listen to all that banter. It sounds like a high school cafeteria in here. Oh, there's Ren Linde. 3 cashes so far at the Masters. Still in contention if he can pull off a win in this one. It's just a matter of time before he notices the camera. And then I'm sure we'll get something good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is this? Ren Linde running over. Oh, we got Kung Fu? Karate? What is this? He needs one of those long mustaches. Like a real Zen master.
Or maybe I just randomly played an event during the summer and they had something.
Ren Linde, I don't know if you saw his stack there, but he played a wild one already with Jesse Lonis.
Did you get a chance to catch the action?
Tim Duckworth did, and Jesse put it on Twitter. It was a 4-bet pot, so I'm assuming because of the positions, Lonis being under the gun, he raised. Ren 3-bet, Jesse 4-bet, Ren called. We'll pause on that for a second. All right, Zobian gets that shoved through. So 4-bet pot. Ren Linde's in position. It comes 9-8-4 with 1 heart. Ren Linde bets after Jesse checks. Lonis check raises. Ren immediately goes all in for 120K. They start with, I don't know, 150 or something. I don't know. Jesse says, I gamble, and calls with ace-queen. 9-8-4. Ren Linde has 10 deuce of hearts.
No way.
Turns a deuce, Jesse's up.
Oh, you gotta love poker. What?
Jesse tweets, this is not a misprint. This is a $15,000 buy-in. Ren Linde, no future.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you can follow along with the live reporting of that event on pgt.com. That'll be live all day as well. God, that's a hand.
What's happening out there?
That's the type of hand when you read it, you're like, oh, they made a mistake for sure. That can't be right.
Diamonds.
Limped blind versus blind here.
Interesting flop in a blind battle. Both players will probably think, I see some future here. Zobian, of course, 2 overs to start with. Backdoor straight draw. Haxton with a pair and an inside straight draw. Don't think Haxton is going to be... Actually, I take that back. He is giving a free card. As Zobian now picks up a 9. Gets out in front. And again with the check, and the 2 pair comes in for Haxton. Neither player showing any aggression. Now, Donnie, there's also a 1-card straight out there. Are you surprised to see the passive approach here from both players?
Not really, knowing these players. I mean, we saw a little bit of them yesterday on the outer table where they were
140.
playing a couple pots against each other. Haxton, you know, checking things like top pair, I think, in position, stuff like that against Zobian. So feels kind of par for the course-ish for these two specifically.
All right, and Haxton just calls down with 2 pair. Doesn't want any more shenanigans to happen in this hand. And Zobian back down to 1.1 million. Sean Winter remains the short stack, but that doesn't seem to mean anything for him.
No, it doesn't. And it's got to be weirdly annoying for the other players because it's not any short stack. Again, it's Sean Winter. Like a lot of short stacks, you know, they'll just kind of be like, okay, I'm going to eventually just get my money in. Like I'm going to find something to get my money in. Sean holds on for dear life.
Yep.
Absolute
River 4.
cockroach out there.
But it's funny though, Donnie, because
It's great.
when we talk about, you know,
I think so.
learning to play poker or studying the math, there are so many things that he doesn't do the way that the teacher would say to do it. My question then is, how can he then be successful with this approach?
I mean, he's got his own unconventional style. Everyone's bobbing, he's weaving. I mean, like, you know, he's just completely outside the box at all times. Could you imagine playing with Sean Winter and trying to figure him out? Like, trying to figure out what he's doing?
Yeah, but isn't it also, you know, take the Becker hand, for example. Isn't that
When you have
exploitative
the nines?
if you're folding 9s versus a shove there? Like, Becker is
Yeah, but I would guess that he's not always doing that. Like, one, I don't think he's not probably always 4Xing it, right? He might min-raise.
Right.
He might min-raise call off. He might min-raise, you know, 4-bet all in. Like, I don't – it's sitting where I'm sitting right now with the headset on in the commentary booth, it feels impossible to always commentate on Sean Winter specifically because you never know what he's going to do. You don't know what's in his mind. Like, I don't think I've ever looked at a spot that's 4X folding 9s there. So, like, it's how do you play against that? I mean, like, how do you play against that? And then I know it's one of those things where you can't explain it, but, like, the whole deck read alien nature of Sean Winter is, like, otherworldly. But that's what makes him one of the absolute best. Both as a player and to cover.
The 2024 Poker Masters presented by the PokerStars NAPT, which returns to Las Vegas November 1st through the 10th at Resorts World. There's a $5K buy-in main event with a $3 million guarantee. So if you are around, don't miss out. And there's plenty more action at Resorts World. Check out the PokerStarsLive.com website /NAPT/Las Vegas for the full schedule and all other information. You'll see me there. I'll be mixing it up in the 500. Donnie will be in the main. Should be a lot of fun.
Action folds here to Winter in the small blind. The glasses go on. Can't give anything away. 2 time extensions now as Becker debates what to do. I think he's contemplating putting this in against Winter.
All in.
Yep, there it is.
Maximum pressure from Becker and Winter with an easy decision, but it's not going to feel like that. It's going to feel disgusting. Glasses come off, hand goes in the muck. Coming up on the end of our 1-hour free preview here on YouTube, please know that tonight, Donnie and I will be back on YouTube. We're going to have bonus coverage of event number 7, hopefully.
Wait, one more level before the break.
Ren Lin, Negreanu, Schulman type combo of players, Kristen Foxen in the mix. You'll never know who you're going to get with bonus coverage. 7:30 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be live, and we're going to go live. But we're going to be live until around 1:30 in the morning, local time in Las Vegas, give or take a few, depending on when they reach the final table. So put that in your calendars. Perhaps take a nap. I know I will. And then we'll be back with that coverage. So a few more hands here on our preview stream, as Isaac Haxton is comfortably in the lead here right now.
Quickly before we sign off here, I do want to let the viewers know, specifically the viewers in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New Jersey. 2 things. 1, keep your eyes on the PokerStars lobby, because there are qualifiers for NAPT Las Vegas that are running. So you guys could get in there, win a trip out to Vegas, play in the NAPT Las Vegas, and do so for cheap. PokerStars in those regions is also going to be running a free roll on Wednesday night for PokerGO annual subscriptions. The final table in that free roll will get a prize. So if you are in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New Jersey, keep it posted to the PokerStars lobby. Bitzer asked if anyone can enter this tournament. Do you know the answer, Remko?
No, because they're at the final table.
Yeah, well, you can't show up now.
You can't show up now. Too late.
But you can show up to the next 15K.
The registration right now, as we are speaking, is still open in today's new event. All Poker Masters events are open to everyone. Actually, it's a big misconception people have about the exclusive nature of this room. It almost never happens that we have a event that you cannot buy into if you're just off the street. The only one I can think of right now is when we have our PGT Championship, which you have to qualify for. That's going to be at the end of this year. And then, of course, you know, the cash games. Those are not ones where you can just rock up. But all our tournaments on the PGT are open to everyone. And our next series, our PGT PLO series, is actually coming up rather quickly. So if you are a big-time PLO player, you can get in the mix there, which starts on October 14.
Out of how many hands are we drawing?
Well, my guess is blinds go up on your button.
Limit pot here,
Well, you're
pre.
right.
On the flop, Becker check called 90K from Linde. Nice turn card for Linde as he makes top pair. He was wrapped around that 10, also with backdoor clubs. So
You ever won a
had a good candidate to
flop turn to river valley?
start putting some money in the pot.
Probably not. Sounds unlikely.
Becker checks again on the turn.
Yeah, fun table last night.
I haven't had a flop turn to
Yeah,
river valley, but full
It's
turn.
all been fun.
Yeah.
But I'm
Sean
You're
Winter's
a-
back to
you're a
complaining.
high enjoyment kind of player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually having a good time.
Yeah.
This is our final hand
You-
of
you
the
hold
free
it,
preview
like,
stream.
Carly Zhang, like,
Check, check, and a
those
6
are all-
comes in
play
here.
enough so
Becker
it doesn't feel
nails
like I'm
2
gambling.
pair
bigs on it.
You know?
on the river.
I'm pretty
Maybe that means you're
disciplined.
addicted to gambling.
He should be able to get some chips
Anything will work
out
out.
of
You're just always playing.
Linde here.
I'm disciplined with, you know, not getting too attached to things.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be crazy.
It's important.
I don't think
10 seconds.
tournament
Anyone
poker
can
means
do
a whole lot. Like, I mean, like, over, you know, like in the short term. That's
Becker checks the river
Right?
with the
Yeah,
check mark
short
here
term.
after hitting 2
I
pair.
want a satellite.
And a lot of games I play have equity just like that run a lot closer. So it's like I'm more kind of expecting it never to be that far ahead, you know? you get someone in PLO and you get 55-45, you know.
I guess it probably helps you with the like appreciation for.
Do you expect Linde to go for value here quite often?
Games,
Oh, yeah.
NPLOs?
Yeah, I think
The
so.
element variance is, if anything, just like a lot more navigatable, in my opinion. It's just
360,000 is the bet from Linde. That's a pot-sized bet for those keeping score.
Yeah, you can have
No
two
concerns
callers or
really
something
here
like
for
back-to-back in
Becker,
theory,
right?
but, like,
I
so
mean,
much more
5-3
expected
could be in there,
happening before
just
5
given the fact that this was, you know, limp free.
Did you have this shirt on?
Or at least, like,
But yeah, it's just one combo
mixed
against
game
all the
stuff
jacks
where
that are going for
no
value
one's
here.
really that far ahead on third
Jack
or
10,
fourth,
maybe?
You know? Like, if you can easily be very far ahead on the flop return here, or no, pre-flop return, you know, whereas like in stud A, like,
I think Becker's going to try and go for a check raise here. I could see him just calling, but given what we've seen from Becker at times, I think he's tried to push the envelope a bit, and I like it. He's looking at his chip stack, debating what to do. Here we go.
Wow. Becker with the big check raise, making it 925, leaving himself with very few chips left behind. Now, how does Linde assess this, Donnie? We're in a blind battle. Linde bet flop, turn one check check, and then he went for value on the river.
I mean, I don't think Linde beats value here from Becker, so he has a bluff catcher. What bluffs can Jeremy Becker have? Diamonds are, of course, missed. I think it's a tough spot to be in here for Linde. Also have to consider the fact that Sean Winter's sitting over there with, you know, that small stack that he has. So even if you do fold here and leave yourself short, you're still ahead of Winter and can, you know, likely maneuver a pay jump from here.
That's worth value. Okay, I go on the rip.
Linde deep into the tank here, trying to find combos that he can beat, and also trying to think if Becker's bluffing, what is he bluffing with? Now, Linde, of course, unblocks diamonds. I wonder if that's a factor here.
Yeah, it could be. Is Becker deciding to turn the hand like 5-6 into a bluff?
do you have anything when you shove into me twice?
Where he also is, you know, blocking straights, blocking some two pairs that Linde could have. So
It's
that
fun.
makes it interesting.
It's funny how the most obvious hand for Becker to have is 10-6. And it looks like Linde makes the call. He gets shown the bad news. And all of a sudden, Linde down to 125K, just did not believe Becker would have the goods in this spot. Wow. Jeremy Becker up to 2.6 million, and the race for the purple jacket is heating up more than ever.
Sean said it'd be 2 before he drew. I want to point that out.
Collopy and Becker, both top contenders in the race for the purple jacket, and Dylan Linde now down to just 2 big blinds. And on that note, we will close out our free preview stream here on YouTube. Please continue watching on PokerGo.com. Get the annual sub. Use promo code MastersGold to save on your annual subscription. And then for now, we'll kick it over to Jeff and Maria. Donnie and I will be back tonight at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time right here on the PokerGo YouTube channel.